You are now live. It's only 12:02. I feel like I watched Shroud. I think it was when they moved to the Microsoft platform Mixer or back to Twitch or something. And they did like a huge build up and they had like a huge countdown and like a big thing in Shroud's house where he came through a tunnel of like lights and came to his desk and it was really impressive. And then when he got to his desk, he was like, "Oh, the game isn't working." So that's my bar. Okay, I'll do the intro again. Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Bang monthly community meetup. What is the point of this meetup? You might ask yourself. I think that's a great question. It's to give us a place every month to look at what has changed with Big Bang, new things that we've added, things you might not have noticed that are in there, and also to talk about upcoming features. Oh wow, we've got some serious birds and tweets now. Upcoming features. Let me just do that. Games that we're about to release, editor features that we've done. We're going to look at some community content and cool stuff that people have been making. And then finally, if we have time left, we're going to do a community build. Last time on last month's monthly community meetup stream, we built a kind of like, I would say, steampunk tavern where people were turning up in their like airships and they were docking and then going out. Some kind of beverage. It wasn't specified really what the beverage was. Could have been anything. Who knows? I like this. I like this game because I get to be this tiny little Bobby D. Just maybe we should make a game where you play from this this orbit cam. Yeah. Oh, you can see it. Okay. I was concerned you couldn't see it. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do today is going to talk about upcoming features, things that are coming out. So soon in April, we're going to release two new games on Big Bang. The first one is Pocket Garden. And that is a kind of, I don't know how you describe it. Ashley K Dev is typing. Let's have Ashley K Dev describe it herself. I'm so excited. It Pocket Garden is lol. Pocket Garden is a farming game. Well, it's a gardening game, I suppose, now, where you get to make your own beautiful little garden. Sent some screenshots in Slack. Okay, look, let's get professional. Let's get professional here. How am I going to open this? In browser. Oof. Check it out. Look at this. This looks as if I know what I'm doing. That's what I like. It's as if I was prepared. Is OBS showing the right thing? Oh my. Yeah, so look at this. I mean, come on. For a start, what a great screenshot, Ashley. Let's go and find the next one. How does one show a screenshot? Here you go, open in browser. Boom. What? A dock with a boat? Reminds me, give me some witness vibes there. Ignore the bulletin board? I would ignore it. Ashley says you can farm with friends, expand your farm, clean up an island, decorate, and more. That is impressive. Let's open a browser. Boom. Look at these trees. I happen to know that these trees are using particle systems for their foliage. And what is that? What is the name of the game? The game is called Pocket Garden. It's coming out in April. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and these trees are using particles for their foliage, which is now a possibility because you can cut and paste components between things. I am show you in a minute. Let's carry on to our final screenshot of Pocket Garden, which is coming out in April in browser. Pocket Garden, Deco Depot. Look at that. Very fancy. I do like this look with these trees. It's definitely a different style. Super cool. Really nice. I like the news bulletin stuff here. Coming soon. Yeah, we've got a great lobby for the other game that we're building, and it's kind of like things go here. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so let me now. Do we know if we've got any screenshots of? Okay, found this actually. Oh, there's even another one. Crop swap. We buy crops. Let me see if there's anything in here that's contentious. I don't think so. Check this out. Look at that. That roofing. We buy crops. Whee! Someone's got a steampunk robot face here. Very nice. Voxel art, terrain, particle trees. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of work here has been done by Summer. Really beautiful stuff there. Next up, holy cow, this is looking fantastic. Other paths dedicated to rain pieces. Yeah, this is looking beautiful. So the next thing that we were going to talk about was a game that we're building in collaboration with a YouTuber that you may know of. And this is a version of a game that you might know from Minecraft called Bed Wars. Our version of it is in.Big Bang, is preliminarily titled Money Wars, and the idea there is that you can run around and play that deeper game. You guys going to Chrome theme of DBV? Yeah. So like one of the things about Chrome, I mean, I'll go off on a slight tangent. Infernal Viper's just saying this guy's got an entire Chrome theme of DBD. That is true because this is orange. Everything in here is not Big Bang, but in Chrome, it's quite interesting in the way that it allocates performance on your computer. If you have like a single Chrome profile and you open up two tabs with a .Big Bang game side by side, it'll actually take like a full allocation of performance, whatever it's decided that is. Say that your computer could run at 60 frames a second, and it'll divide it between those two tabs. So regardless of how fast your computer is, each one will now run at 30 frames a second. But if you make two different Chrome profiles and you run a .Big Bang game in one of them and in another one, if the computer's fast enough, they'll both run at 60. So I always run .Big Bang stuff in a separate profile so that the other stuff, like all of my docs and everything else, is not affecting performance. Every single visit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, the only thing I do in here is .Big Bang. Yeah. So this game is the other game that we're talking about. We don't think we have many screenshots of yet. At least they haven't come through today. Maybe I can show them next time. Is called. See if I can. Maybe I can sneak peek this. Why not? Yeah. So this game is a version of a very well-known Minecraft mod. Something weird is going on with my frame rate. And what's cool about this game is we've got item shop, the classic kind of upgrade tech tree, whole bunch of stuff here. This is really nice. And then sneakity peek. You can do some things like this, building bridges and gathering resources. So yeah, this would also be coming out into early access in April. We will put it into Pocket Garden is not live yet. Angelcast. What? Oh, it's doing the team intro now. Yeah, so we've been playing this internally for a while now. We're going to go into early access this month, April, sorry. We'll put it out into Discord as soon as we can, which should be pretty quick. We have like a couple of bugs that we need to fix. One with the engine where sometimes people people are invisible. But yeah, just giving you people a sneaky peeky into what's happening. Early access is just, it just means we're putting it out to have the Discord community before we generally start promoting, so that we can figure out if anything is actually broken. Why would it not put a bridge up there? Could do. Anyway, so that's an example. But yeah, so this is the first map that we have, and I think we've got singles, duos, and teams of 4. Yeah, it's a battle for resources, as all these types of games are. And it's a little bit deeper than some of the games that we've out on. Yeah, so I will do a proper preview for this game when we're closer to releasing it. But there you go. Look, I unlocked something. I see what we got. Stuff here. Yep. So this has really been really fun, and the team has got incredibly, let's say, incredibly invested playing this game, and incredibly upset. Certain people win, and certain people lose. Go. Get back up again. Yeah, and this is the first map. You know, we might build other maps depending on. Originally, we had a much bigger map, but we found that you know, it was too easy for people to just kind of turtle in their own bases and build stuff. But as you saw just before, you know, you can buy things like this, and you get a little bit of a. There's another game where you can build things. I think you maybe got a bit of a vibe, that type of thing. Your vault that you have to protect, smash everybody else. Anyway, there you go. That is what we have. And that's mostly been built by Bill and Anders. Bill is Geordie LaForge on here, and Anders is Anders, cryptically. There you go. So that is, I think they're called Island Blast Duos. Yeah, we've got a lovely hub for that. And that's kind of, you know, using the new teleporter API that we described previously to synthesize sessions and have people join them. Like, you know, a bunch. Some people have experimented with that, but this will be an example for people to look at that's actually functioning. Actually functioning. I mean, shipping in a real. Okay, what is next on the list? If anyone has any questions, by the way, just fire them into Discord. We'll try to also pay attention to YouTube and Twitch, but might not be able to. Oh, Agent B. Okay, let's see if all this. Look, I'm doing it. It's all happening at the same time. Okay, so then in recent things that happened, we also have about me going to the Game Developers Conference and presenting Big Bang, which was super fun. I'm going to find that for you right now, show you a little bit of it. But my brain is a bit slow. Here's my profile. Here it is. Bear with me for one. I've got to get past the surfing elephant that Breakdance McFunky Pants made. Okay. Soon, almost there.
A platform like YouTube and what it did for video creators.
Gotta stop myself
YouTube gave
talking
video
in my own
creators a
ear.
way to start.
Okay. Yeah, so I went to the Game
the
Developers Conference this year, and I talked on the main stage, which was very scary. Here is a video of me doing that. You can see. See what I look like. Oh, here's my little head here. Here's me. At this very moment right now, at this very instant, the screen that I'm supposed to look at to see my slides had not turned on, and so I was basically freaking out. uh, Not having done this type of thing before. And in retrospect, I was thinking to myself, why didn't I just say, hey, can we get that screen turned on? That would have been like the pro move. But instead I was like, oh no. So the first 60 seconds of this are a little bit shaky. But I just started doing the presentation from memory and it seemed to go okay. But yeah, so, oh, we going to get an ad there? That would have been cool. Okay, so yeah, so I did this. It was a little bit nerve-wracking, but it was a really cool opportunity. We also did the pre-show game. So on this big screen, there was a Big Bang game version of Chase Heroes running. And there was a QR code in this hall here, which had 1,500 people in it. And people could scan the QR code and jump into Chase Heroes. And that was super fun. And then we had like an overview camera on this main big screen. So that was really good. That all worked nicely. And then what I'm doing here is I have a PS5 pad and my slide deck is just a Big Bang game. And so when we look at the cool part here was I was trying to psych people out. I was trying to be like, oh, hey, look, it's just a normal boring slide deck. And I tried to make this first slide as boring as possible. Voxelius actually came along and made it look super exciting and had loads of particles and stuff on it. And I actually went back and made it look more boring and as much as possible. Yeah, I'll put the Twitch link in chat here. Yeah, and then hit the bumper on the gamepad, and then it actually pulls back into a Big Bang game. I've set the positions of the cameras basically just with entities, and then I used spherical lerping on the quaternions to lerp the camera position and rotation between them. Thought was pretty good actually once I went through it again. This game is available. I don't think maybe I'll change it so that everybody can just flip through the slides now. But basically just talking about the history of user-generated content in games and how it kind of started with Tim Sweeney, who now runs Epic Games. But before he made Epic Games, he made this thing called ZZT. And I thought it was fun because I don't know if there's a screenshot here, actually. I could go and look at it in the presentation. But even in this first version of ZZT, his screenshot he makes here, he's talking about making your own games and how he's shipped a language and you can go and mod it. And of course, people modded Doom. Man, I keep getting this ad on them. Then talking about Second Life and how it was really the first metaverse 20 years ago. Minecraft and Roblox today, and then what's the future? Maybe the future is something a bit more like YouTube for games. And then I talked about a whole bunch of technology behind Big Bang and some choices we made. It was only 20 minutes, so I didn't have ages. How maybe we could have used sprites for art. Then people generally want to make 3D stuff, and 3D models, triangle models can be complicated to make. So we used voxels. Jump through a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'll show you the actual game, the presentation game. But what I wanted to do was just skip to, let's skip to the end of mine. Yeah. So at the end, when I was talking about like how do you get games to people, I put this QR code on the screen. People could scan it, and then people from the audience jumped into the game live. And then I opened the game editor and I edited the game live with them in it. And then they all got to the last slide, and then that was the end of the presentation. So a little bit of a high risk presentation, it was putting a lot of pressure on all of the different parts of engine and systems, but it was a fun time and it all went off perfectly. And we had support from Lollabus and President Cheese, who came and were backstage with backup computers and a whole bunch of other stuff. And yeah, the backstage photographs, maybe I can find a backstage photo to show you. The backstage stuff was quite intimidating. There's maybe like 20 different screens happening. Maybe 20 different screens back there and like 50 people. So it was a little bit worrying. Maybe I can find a backstage image here. Okay. Yeah, this is maybe a good one. Any good snacks? There actually were some snacks, but I think at that point I was like I was a little bit freaked out, so I couldn't really focus on snacking. But maybe next time. We value your privacy. Okay. How can I get a photo onto this so I can show it to everybody? I just need to put it somewhere else, right? I know what to do. I'm gonna put it in here. The pasta noodles. Put it in Slack, then I can open it in the browser. So yeah, so we went in, we did the pre-show, everything was fine. Got like, they put a mic on me. We ran through, they were really quite concerned that the whether or not the PS5 gamepad would be affected by these new kind of big LED wall screens that they had, but it seemed that was fine. Here you go. I managed to put it on my stream screen now. Yeah, so here's a picture of Lollabus and President Cheese. You can see the Chase Heroes remix game running on a laptop on the left, and then Lollabus is in front of another laptop, which is a backup for the slides. This is directly the back of the screen here. And I was like, yeah, exactly. There's so many people, and they were like, oh, do you want to do a talk? And I was like, sure. And then, yeah, I think when I walked in, I understood the full gravity of the situation. So all these people are behind the screen, and then there's a whole bunch more people in the actual hall doing stuff. But yeah, a lot of stuff for that talk, and it was pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really happy it all went off well. I will put I think I can probably figure out how to put this in the StreamYard chat so everybody can see it. In addition to being in Discord. That's what I was going to say. Post this. If I post it, will it let me post a link? Hopefully. I was calming myself down all week by singing by humming the Outer Wilds theme tune. For me, is super calming. Okay, so we've talked about the two new games we're going to release in April. One is Pocket Garden, and the other one is working title Bed Wars, but actually it's going to have a different. But I think that's going to be great. My suspicion is that these two games are going to shoot to the top of the list. Recent events, we've talked about the GDC keynote, main stage keynote that I did, which was pretty good, pretty exciting. Next, I'm going to talk about some changes that we saw in 0.9.2, which we just pushed. And I actually think, I think we pushed the change log for 0.9.1 after the meetup last time. And there's an absolute huge amount of stuff in the meetup last time. But let's just look at some stuff. Go. I'm going to make empty game. And first of all, what I'm going to do is just show this panel on the left. One piece of feedback we had from Voxelius was just trying to make it more compact. Previously, I just check that I am. You can see this, right? Previously, these sliders were kind of above each other and they took up way more space. How do I get back to this? Get back to yeah. Previously, the sliders. Can I zoom this? I need to learn how to do that. That's zooming Discord. Yeah, I've zoomed this a little bit here. The sliders here, all of these kind of property stuff were taking up like double height. So one of the things that Voxelius wanted to get back from the old game editor, in quotes, was a more compact look at stuff. So that happened last time round, and then we've also got these really nice sliders that show you that you can go further than the original value. So let's just show that stuff very quickly. I'm going to grab my favorite My favorite pillar. I don't know why I always use this object, but it's like a favorite object of all time. The old game jam pillar. Yeah, love it. So you might have noticed that also the component icons are now at the top instead of down the left-hand side. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, I'm just going to make a new script. We've also fixed the opacity of the script editor, by the way, in this most recent change. When you press F1 to get this palette, it's correct. Same with go to definition. Same with is it peak references? Yeah, all this stuff is fixed now. Great. Okay, so say that we're going to put a number range on this, like normal. So yeah, now we get this slider, and previously it would be limited only to this range, but now when we get to the end, we can keep scrolling, and this number can go above 100. You get this other visualization that, oh, now I'm back in the sensible range. Now I'm like off the end. And we're going to add some features to that because this slider actually has a whole bunch of nice features to let you kind of constrain it at either end. We can also hit this default button, go back to the default. It's super nice. This the save. Yes. We also did something very subtle, which I'll show you quickly. We put a object. No, it's going to be good. I'm going to get this completely wrong. Okay, I'm going to add a ref. Have I got something that I made? Apparently, I made this 80s TV. So usually, if you wanted to use this, you could say like, if is this, then inside of here, so it doesn't want to. Inside of here, we could do something with it. Do something with it. I'm going to make this a game. I'm not going to take any feedback. And I could do this. Name. But it complains because it's saying that object is possibly null. Which doesn't really make much sense because we've just said, does it exist? And inside this if statement. Lily, one of our developers, did some magic, and now in the recent API understands that if you did this, good. Yes, Infernal Viper says some scripts you've been making recently have not been showing up in script browser. That is true. We had a bug when we shipped 0.9.2, meant that if you had a script that was, what was it? It was not usable by others. You couldn't see your own scripts. So that has been fixed as far as we know. It should be. If you go and check again, please report it's still happening. Yeah, anyway, that's like a little script change that we made that's nice. Secondly, you'll notice that every time you make a new script now, it has the word export in front of the class definition. This is actually part of a fix for, you've probably seen where you get like little red squiggles underneath classes that you define outside your own class. So if I did like my amazing thing like this, oh, good typing well, then it would fail to know that that had been defined inside the script sometimes. So that has been fixed, and then as part of that fix, it also allows us to be like a clear path to update both the code editor here and the TypeScript compiler to the most recent version of TypeScript, which is TypeScript 5. And that's a big jump, and there's a whole bunch of new cool stuff in TypeScript, including making enums make more sense, etc. That we should be able to get when we do that. So that's a good step. Yeah, so in general, I think the things that I'm most excited about recently are that you can now cut and paste components between entities. So if we make a new particle system, make its spawn rate go crazy. So now when we make entity, grab this thing, go here, copy this, click this, paste. Now copy the component from one to the other. We do that with a script like this, copy, paste, new. We get a component, a script component that has the same properties. So say that we go over here, useful, like select an entity. Let's select the graph. Now when we copy this, copy, and go into this one and they paste, it pastes it. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And if you saw on the Pocket Garden game, the other thing that you can do is you can do a multi-select paste, right? So let's get rid of this particle system here. Boop. Let's just clone these a bit like this. Now we can go into here, copy the particles, copy. We can these ones and then out. Oh man, I got Bob as well. Oh well. Yeah, and then you know you can also use that to paste transforms. Say you want to just match the. Let's undo that. So you want to take this and match Bob's transform, so you can grab that, stick it here, paste it into the transform. Boop. That is super useful and something I could have really used in my slide deck when I was doing it for EDC. Really, really helpful type stuff. But yeah, I think that like mass pasting, mass update, super useful. And then of course, I mean, the other thing that we didn't really, I think we covered it a little bit last, is, and I'm sure that you've seen this already, is that when you open a script now, it has a whole bunch of complex parameters. Let's actually do this with something that I struggled with. We've got a Jeep spawner down, grab the Jeep script here. And, you know, to get this behavior, look at all these parameters. There's a ton of stuff in here. And, oh my, that is maybe the worst I've ever seen. And previously, you know, if you wanted to make a new version of the script, you had to remix it and then you would have to, you know, do a whole bunch of stuff. Now, of course, with pasting components, we could have just copied them across. But what's cool is now when we hit remix, it will update all the entities in the game, use the new script, or it will only update the selected ones or don't update anybody. But when we do this remix, it will copy all of these values across in the properties. And that means we can just like remix and then start doing new stuff rather than, you know, do a remix and then be doing this like cut and paste forever, which is incredibly laborious, incredibly slow. Okay, let's look at some of the other changes. The other thing is we've got a new process for doing change logs so that every time we do a push to production now, the changes just come along with that. Like we're not doing that after the fact. And as you noticed with 0.9.1, we probably had a couple of months of changes queued up there that we hadn't told you about. So now every time we push, you should see new things. Let's have a quick look. Just gonna run. You know what? Let me see if I can open. Probably not. Should have thought about that. Let's see if I can. Well, or maybe I can Discord. Um, yeah, so we've also tried to preserve the state a bit more. Like if you have a transform open here, you click these different objects, we're trying to preserve the state so that you can compare them. You can just see this X is changing here. And if we close the editor and reopen it, we're preserving the state there, whereas previously it would forget it, which was pretty annoying. Don't know whether we preserve the search state. Yeah, we do. Look at that. So trying to make the editor like a lot more stateful and remember what it's doing when you're going in and out of it, so that it's less frustrating, is a biggie. One thing that I think people probably know about, but let's just make sure that people do, is we can add a color. You could get a new color picker here. So we've got a color picker that can remember color palettes, and do that locally at least. In future, we're going to make that remembering it across. The palettes are an independent resource. One thing that's super cool is it's got this complementary colors thing. So one thing that I always struggle with is, how do you pick a color that goes with a color? One thing I find is it's really interesting here is if we do this triadic complementary colors, which sounds like some kind of crazy science. We can pick like our dot big bang color, and then we get all of these like synthwave palette options down here. Very cool. We have also shipped tinting of voxel objects. I think that is, someone can maybe back to me. I think the tint is through script. Let me check the changelog. It'll tell me the answer. Rendering. Oh yeah, so we've also changed the way that things are culled. Previously, you might have seen like particle systems getting culled too early or like too late or like disappearing. Nathan, one of our engine developers, has been working on like computing the actual bounds of particle systems and other things, and so now you should see those things only stopping rendering when you can't actually see them. So that's great. We've got an ignore fog property in scripts, so voxel objects, skeletal objects, particles, and text components can all ignore fog if you want to show something in the distance, not have it fogged out. Checking chat. Tinting is still on dev. Oh, yeah, tinting's not out. I lied. Oh well. Coming soon. Tinting. But yeah, you'll be able to hint stuff. Here it is. Look. Here's some stuff that you can't get yet, but it's coming soon. 0.9.3. We're running out of minor numbers to talk about things. Okay, let's go back to changelog. Okay, we've a request that people make quite a lot is to show the date and time, modification times on all resources. That is something which I think I can. The Meetup. Save. Where does it show? Okay. Not here. Maybe I should have tested this. Oh, it's streaming. Okay, what does it say? Yeah, okay, so it's got the exact time and date, whereas previously I think it just said day. Added the ability to toggle the visibility of skeletal objects, voxel objects, and particles. So I believe. Oh yeah. So in this new view, we can filter by different things, voxel objects. So we should be able to change the visibility. The form visible. Yeah, so there's just a simple toggle now in script, and you toggle the visibility off. Much easier than it is for its voxel object. This one. Yeah. And then this little search at the top, it searches on types of things. It looks for transform, it also look for a specific name of a script. And that's something that I'm often doing, is like trying to find the script in the yeah, I've got to scroll through the whole thing. Now we can just jump straight in. Private properties in .big bang. Angel Cast is asking if there's a way to make private properties. Yep, there is. So go and just do that straight away. So see, I've got this script here. And right now, color, and there's an entity and a number. So we want to make the number private. Well, it wouldn't make much sense to have number range on a private variable or private property, because we wouldn't be able to use things. So let's make a new one. My secret number. This. So it's starting off. You can see that it's here. The simple way to make it private is just type private. Now it's gone from the property panel. So yeah, that is pretty straightforward. Do this plus move the private. We can see incrementing here. And yeah, that is how you can create a private property. Big bang. Okay, let's keep rolling through the change logs. Yep, so improve color picker, save your color packet palettes. It suggests complementary colors. Import all colors from a voxel object into it, although we did find a bug with that. It sounded like a rounding problem to me, so I don't think it's going to be too difficult to fix. Copy and paste components. Yeah, so some smaller changes in the avatar editor. We've made it so it accommodates larger avatars. We'll look at that quickly. Save this stuff. There you go. It's a bit zoomed out, basically. You can still zoom it. This is a game anyway. So accessories. Nice. Then yeah, so these social buttons kind of get in the way on mobile when the screen isn't very big. So we hide them after a small delay. Make that easier. We kind of found that when we were building that new game we were talking about, Island Blast. These social buttons were really getting in the way. The comment hide. For game updates, we have made a ton of updates to Chase Heroes just to make it more robust. That's basically because we were going to show it at GDC, Game Developer Conference. But nice. Somebody reported that Straits of Danger wasn't working anymore. Straits of Danger is written in JavaScript and not in TypeScript, so it is somewhat on life support. However, we still love Straits of Danger, so didn't fix that. DBB aiming reticule, we fixed a bug disabling the reticule, and then DBB polar camera, we fixed an invisible respawn, but didn't see those bugs go past, but those sound like good fixes. And then audio, background in games tab, we changed the audio recently. We made a new kind of audio manager that improves lots of things, but one thing it was doing was not muting correctly when background at a tab. That's been fixed. We fixed stray sounds persisting when you teleported between games, and we fixed the loud blast of accumulated sounds when started audio game. So those are all kind of webby type of thing that you know, which we needed to work around really. Would it be Angelcast says, would it be possible to make a game in which you can buy properties like houses, cars, etc.? Well, I really have a long list of questions, so I'm going to ask other questions. Is it possible to make a car or vehicle in Big Bang that more than one player can ride in and only one can drive? Well, yes, I mean, that's what this Jeep is, right? So for that first question, is it possible to make a game in which you can buy properties? Ashley's game that she's just making and is typing about right now in Discord is pretty much that. Like, it's using our save data system to make that. Ashley will give you some more information on that. But in terms of the car, I can show you this Jeep that we have. Got a Jeep spawner. So this works in networked and you can drive this around. And then passengers can get in. Let us, you know what? I think I want. Let me save this in its original form. Save it as. That's better. I'm going to call this auto. Yep. And let's do it live. Save the game. Share button. Okay. I'm going to paste this link in all places. Okay. So now, if you click this link that I just posted in Discord chat and Twitch chat, should be able to turn up in the game. I'm going to put this Jeep spawner in, and let's see if we can get two people in a car. Sync could maybe be my path. Boop, boop, go. You see me rolling, hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirty. Trying to catch me riding. There you go. See, look, it's a car. Yep. So that works. How complex is it to do it? Because I've created a few vehicles I'd like to drive. Well, you know what? I think one thing that we can do is we can have Heather and Brad here, you know, maybe look at, or one of the other community engineers look at making it easier to do that, or making a little guide just on how to do it. Because we have had people replace the body of these vehicles with other vehicles, but I think it's a little bit complicated. Army Jeep. What's the name of a thing that you made? Tank. But it's not called Tank. How complex is it to do it? I think you posted something recently, but I bet it's the name of the tanks. I don't know the names of any tanks. I'm gonna go looking for your tank. Somebody go and find this tank danger. Turret. This is the body E50. Cool. This says jagged Panzer. Gonna happen. Oh man. Okay. Well, it's not exactly It's not exactly what you want, but you know, I think it kind of shows that you can make. W type. Okay, let's look for W. Angel Casters. W type 166. Women with wheels. Oh, look at this. Oh man, that's so cool. I think the wheel, our wheels are slightly outsized here. I don't know what you think, Angel Cast. Looks a bit outside. Yeah, we can do a quarter pot to make a carriage. Yeah, we're getting a real World War II simulation. There you go. So yeah, we can do a little guide for just like how to take the vehicles that we have and mess about and do your own stuff. Bish bash bosh. Okay, I'm gonna quickly check chat. People talking about Bed Wars. Got a new name. Okay, let me finish off changes. Oh, I think we did it. We got to the end of that part. Yep. So lots of nice little changes for the editors. Much more compact. And then in general, I think what we're doing is kind of closing things by default. So rather than maybe we need to start this game. Is that what Heather is suggesting? No. I can start this game if you want to put some stuff in. Yeah, so in general, we're kind of like hiding these additional options. So when there's like complex stuff to do here, previously we had all of these open by default. And so as soon as you opened the mood panel, you just had like endless options. Now we keep them closed by default so you can get a nice overview. It's pretty cool without kind of getting perhaps too overwhelmed. So, I think we've also talked about these transform options last time, but it's really cool because now you can change the step size for the snapping, and that gives you a lot more options if you're building stuff modularly. Previously, it would. So we've got like kind of granularity here, then you can kind of jump this up. Form options is nice. Boop, boop. Okay, we're going to move on to looking at some stuff that people in the community. Why is the transform option button so big? That is a great question. You know, I have no answer for that. Does it get smaller when I make this smaller? No, it stays big. Maybe transform options are the most important options in the whole editor. Maybe that's why we need to do that. Okay. I know why they're so big. Okay. Let's move on to looking at some stuff from the community and come back to this game. So I'm going to leave this running. Which one? Perfect. That's exactly. Okay. This is with the art challenge. Something cool about this entry. Be sure you check out this thing. Hit the portal to join our Discord. So I think this time round is lion. We've got some lions, some sky. Foxy the host, a venerable Discorder and member of the community, old school. I think these ones are Funky Pants' entries. Slightly more cartoon look, very nice. Very cool. Oh look, there's like graphic. Oh look at this. Oh, we got some kind of 2D entries. Oh, I can wear them on my face. Oh man, that is so cool. I'm gonna be a monkey. And then we've got some vehicles. These looks like a classic VW bug. You won't get run over by it. But yeah, so we run this weekly art competition. Really nice. I look, there's more animals in the farm. I'm going to go into the enclosure. I know it's dangerous, but I will do it for you. Fox cube. Made some camels. These look like remixes to me. Recolors. Those are nice. More funky pants. Again, much more cartoony. PSMM. Made this 2D camel. Pixel art style. They seem to be well fed, well watered here. Put the link, let's throw the link out. These are the people who are building in the background. Link is here. You can jump in if you put it also. Whack showcase. It's not whack though, it's really good. What does this person say over here? Feel free to take one of these masks. Okay, I'm gonna change. Make sure buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo. Buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. Okay, week 1. Week 2. Like a robot. Robot. Okay, week 3. It is buffalo. And then we step here. Oh, oh, oh. What are we teleporting to? Summer sky. This beautiful looking beast. Funky Pants is showing off how you can get something really nice with just a few voxels. I always think it's really impressive for build things that are low res. Oh, that's this is Raquel, not Funky. This is Funky. Wearing Funky face right. Little animated thing. They're having a fight. What's happening? Include a portal to that game near entry. Okay. Monkey hat. What? DMM. Monkey face. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting like I'm getting shot by some kind of arrow thrown by a monkey. Can I get through this door? Hope so. Yeah, can't get inside. Monkeys have taken over the house. So, what's going to be week 4? I don't know. Question mark. I don't know if we found out yet. Yeah, always super cool to see the things that community are making. Always really nice. And the other thing that we can do this time around is start to check out the script new thing that Digital Monkey Master has been doing. And this time round, I don't think we had a chance to actually show any of these. But there's some really nice. I want to grab. need some your help. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to quickly run through these. Give you a quick look. So yeah, the first theme that Digital Monkey Master threw out there for this new scripts challenge that we're running in the scripting channel every week, I think it's week, was recursion. And this is the first thing that I think got submitted, which is now 11T1. So this is a thing that builds procedural trees. Very, very cool. Then Radley made a classic thing that you might think about when you is a Sierpinski triangle, which is a fractal, self-similar, so each third is exactly the same as the whole, and then each third keeps going forever. That's very cool. And then we had Ashley K came in, this snowflake generator. Again, it's kind of fractally, really cool, really beautiful. Make tons of different types of things just by clicking. Fun. What are people saying about it? They're saying so cool but weird. Just like Ashley. that wasn't cool. But I'm not going to take it back. Okay. Look, let's keep going. Looking in scripting. Charlie did enter the recursion challenge. Let's have a look. With this slightly crazy thing. Sorry if that's too flashy or not very pleasant to watch. I think I'm going to stop it. Woo! That was a lot. Wow. SB Television. I was hoping to get more iteration. So, oh yeah, I think they made the classic sponge. Look at it. As you get closer, it gets more version. So this is like a cube version of the thing that we talked. The Menga sponge, I believe it's called. Super cool. But it's very self-similar. Digitally generated, and it kills you. Look at that. Danger sponge. Very nice from SB Television there. My entry into the time. Okay, so the second theme was time. I haven't actually looked at this. It's an homage to another game that also features red enemies, and as time passes, when you move, there's a couple of nice things. Let me know how long you survive. Okay. So Andy, don't know. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going to happen, but see what. Customize my appearance. Okay, these some dragons. Oh yeah. So when I move, they move, which is similar to a game that we call Super Hot. Oh, okay. Can I shoot them? Oh, I can't. Oh, okay. No, every time I shoot one, they get closer. Oh, it's scary. I'm not gonna. Oh, okay. Let's say we're dead now. We got completely owned. Spooky red dragon. Okay, so that is Anders' entry into the time scripting challenge. Really warm game. Had a little prompt. Had a little play with this week's prompt. So this is from Digital Monkey Master. Again, on the theme of time. See what happens. Press Q to reverse time and see what happens. Okay. What is happening? character is going back in time, so it's like I'm recording myself. I love being in this place. Q. Yeah, I see what's happening there. It needs to record. I think it needs to drop quaternions for the rotations. Yeah, that's great. I was going to do my idea for entering into the theme time for scripting was to do a thing. I think I saw a game a long time ago where you do something and it would record your actions, and then you would play again, and then the previous version of you was still there, so you kind of solved the by using your previous self back in time. This is Boo Radley's entry into time, very literal. Yeah, Gorilla says very nice. Cuckoo next, please. Yeah, it is. It's correct in my local time, which means I'm over my original stream. Very cool. Let's see if there are other links in here. Yo, so the third week's script challenge theme was waves. This is Boo Radley's entry into waves. I believe this is there. Boop. So I can throw this out into Discord. So, let's go. Oh, somebody says somebody says, what is it and how is it done? What is that and how it's 104? I can't, I don't know what you were referring to. Foxy says requested to speak. Okay, well, let's get Foxy the host in. I think that way did it. Only stage moderators can see this message. Foxy the host requested to speak. How do you take action? Your requests. I think the request has gone away. Maybe Foxy. Awesome. I'm going to drop as well. Whoosh. Go. Yeah, so lovely little kind of cellular automata water simulation like they used to do back in the day. They're still doing that consoles, let's be honest. That's how it works. Yep, so splooshy, blippy bloppy, little water sim, very cute. Is it actually, do they actually interact? How does this work? I see what you're doing. Okay, that's very cool. And then let's go to next entry in main. It's a bit tricky to jump back and forward when you're doing this stage thing. But jump back in the different entries, but we can do it. We got another entry into waves, which I think is perhaps one of the best things that I've seen in Big Bang ever. I'm gonna jump to now. Holy moly, what is going on? This is Monk Funky Pants' entry into waves. And yeah, it is. I think it's spectacular. What is going on? This is a feature simple way for an object to go through a circuit automatically. Central cast. We have got a thing called splines, but it's not very usable. But that would be a great addition. We talked about adding timelines, and that would be, you just place it in each position, kind of like you used to do in Flash. And I think that's, either timelines or just adding the splines back in a usable way. I'm gonna like this surfing elephant on the way past. Let's go and look at scripting. See if anybody else entered. I'm at a script wave controller. Here is the demo. It says stroke. That person. I think what this is. I haven't looked at this either. Oh yeah, this is this wave controller that Stroke made for the scripting challenge. doing some moving these objects up and down and rotating them. Cool. I think I've already commented on this. Heck. Yeah, Bobby D says love this. That's what already did it. Okay, that's everything in the script challenge. That's everything in the weekly art challenges. I think we're kind of getting to the end of what we're doing today. I think usually I'd like to do like a community build, but feel like I have a cold and I'm not feeling super hot. Super hot. Oh yeah, the cool train system. Sync is right. Let's go and find it. Okay, first person to post a link to cool train system is the winner. Let's go and find the link. Am I going to win? Very likely not. Okay. On Jordan Dev. He said it was something about arcs, wasn't it? Dual arc. Dual arc system. I really want to buy arc system for this. Okay. Can I find a link to it? Oh no, that's not it. Here we go. Got it. Copy link. That would be a great way to finish this. We'll get on this train. Choo choo. Ah, Link's posted the link already. Get in the game. Look at this. Boop, boop. Who's on the train already? Oh no, the train goes off the side of the world. That's too scary for me. Wait for the train to come back on. I think that maybe I could need to make something similar to the floating train of the hub. Yes. We should figure out a way. There's two things. There's like a path, which is just a generally thing, right? So this bioc thing that Jordan is making here has a lot of nice properties, as you know. I think let's get in there. Whoop. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, this hasn't got, well, I don't know. If we were inside, I'd get in there, guest. Get in. Oh, guest. Guest got in. Whew. Whew. Close one. Yeah, this is just so cute. Really nice. Guest is the jumping. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. As soon as you jump next to it, weirdness. Let's just take. Now, has everybody got a ticket? Because I don't want anybody riding on my train that is riding illegally. Well, I don't know. If I had a train, I think I'd just let it on it. But, you know, in the current world, you do need a ticket to ride. Unlike the song. So if you don't have a ticket, you're going to have to get off the train, unfortunately, to the void. See you later. See you later, Sync. Yeah. I mean, rules are rules. You know, I don't make the rules. I'm just the train inspector. I don't make the rules. More my job's worth to let people on this train without a ticket. Get on the roof. I want to know if you can get on the roof. Feel like robust. I get on the roof. Feel like I wouldn't be able to jog faster than the train though. Some way to get out. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Thanks everybody for turning up. I'm gonna do this every single month for the rest of eternity. The next 1,000 years. But we'll generally try and do it on the last Tuesday of every month. Well, today is obviously Wednesday. And we'll do the same thing. We will go over all of the different features that have come into the editor. We'll look at a whole bunch of stuff that people made, new things, we'll answer questions in the Discords and hang out in Twitch and YouTube. yeah. Any final questions that people have before we go? Anybody want to? Can you see my map? Did you post a link to it? I don't think I can see a link to it, Angelcast. Let me check if you posted it in Creator Space or somewhere. Jump to the present. Angelcast. I can see two objects from you, Angelcast, in Creator Space, but I don't see any map. Post now. Post now or forever hold your peace. Oh, here it is. Copy link. Okay. Let's have a look. Loading, loading. Ah. Okay. Check it out. This is cast. Looks like it's called City Roleplay. Take a look at it. Looks like it has a lot of geometry, but performance is kind of weird. I think that's probably more to do with this. Yeah, we got a little bit of stuff in. Oh, we can go off. Oh, this is water. Oh, it is water. I'm gonna follow. Ah, there is a city. Okay. Oh, and there's a train and a bunch of tanks. So cool. All these things together. That does look a bit. I don't know which era these are from. World War II. Brain is amazing. That's for sure. Boundary wall. Nice. Giving you a bit of a war. Let's go. Where are we going? Woo! Inside. Route. Where next? Did we do a full circuit? Oh no, there's a whole other section. Okay, we're going upstairs. Whoa. Oh. This game doesn't have pointer lock. I do think a closer camera and pointer lock, especially for good, make it less. Yes. I feel like I want to put. Oh. Oh, I have so much stuff in. I thought there was only. I thought it said 243 things. Okay, so these must be voxel objects then. Okay, here. Sorry, my frame rate's gone a bit weird. I think just through here. Something to do with yes, streaming. Back out. Okay. Up. All the way to the top. Yeah. I definitely think like having the camera push in a bit closer. We're in edit. You don't have to see this, but we find the camera. Look. Oh, where's the polar camera? Oh, you know what? Maybe this game doesn't have. Yeah, it's really awesome. It's amazing. There's so much stuff in here that's been built. Fantastic. I think this. I think one issue here is it doesn't have camera. It's being inserted by default, so that's why like the That's why pointer lock and stuff isn't working, but we could push that in closer. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, look at all this stuff. There's a whole marina, whole set of buildings, like the layout. Great. A lot of work. A lot of work in here. Trying to escape though. So yeah. Wow. Check this out. Yeah, so this week maybe we can help make your camera behave a bit nicer, easier for you to. In the part of the tanks, there will be a beautiful square. Yeah, really nice. Okay, it's time to like this and say really nice layout, lovely object. Great job. Boom. Very nice. Okay. Oh, private properties could be made because I would be interested in implementing it in the game. Okay, I see. I see what I see. Private properties, not like private properties in script. Okay, I completely misunderstood. Yeah, you could do that, right? So you could have similar to what Ashley's doing. You could use a save data, and then somebody could go into their own space, and when they go in, like it's their own layout and their own rooms, like player housing. Yeah, you could definitely do that. We can think about how to make it easy to understand how to do that. Okay, my voice is stopping working. My brain is stopping working. But I really enjoyed hanging out with everybody today. See everybody next time at the Big Bang Community Monthly Meetup. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out and see you next time. Bye bye.